got a real quick one for you guys today because this one just absolutely blew me away. Going through Amazon Prime big deals, and I happened to recognize a webcam that I bought earlier, caught my attention, hadn't unboxed it yet, and I thought, you know what? It's one of those Prime Day sales, so let's go ahead and unbox it and test it out, and oh my gosh, did it surprise me. It's this blurry guy right here. Let's check it out. All right, so again, this isn't going to be real fancy. This is going to be quick because we've got maybe, I don't know, what is it, one more day left of Amazon Prime sales, and this one is an absolute steal for me. Blew my mind at its performance for the price, and this is the guy right here. It is the PowerConf C200 2K HD webcam by Anker. And how much does this cost? Well, I got it a couple weeks ago for this channel for a review for about 60 bucks. And I happened to catch a video review of it, and I cannot think of the person's name. I'll give them credit in the description down below. But they did a review of it, and I was like, wow, that looked pretty good. Let me check it out in my studio, because when they did it, they didn't have any studio lights or anything. It was in a white room, just one light. No fancy colors, anything whatsoever. So it wasn't asking a whole lot of the webcam. Let me go ahead and get this and test it out and see what it can do. So that's what I did. And what does it look like? Well, I'm going to show you right here. This is it right here. This is the PowerConf Anker 2000, and it is staring right back at you. Okay. If you want to know how big it is, this is the OBSBot Tiny 2. It's about the same size. Of course, the OBSBot Tiny 2 has the pan, tilt, zoom features, whereas the Anker PowerConf is a static. It is a prime lens, no zoom, no tilting, no nothing, static. Set it and forget it, but it's 2K. I don't know. Looks pretty good. Privacy feature. Yep, we're going to do it. Like I said, this is going to be crude here, guys. Privacy feature. There's a little dial knob on here, and when you slide it left to right, you see these little plastic tongs, like this space Star Wars-y type door opening thing, and it opens up. And when you do this in the app, it goes into sleep mode, and when you open it, it awakens the camera. So really cool. So small footprint, lightweight, plastic build. It's not built like a tank, but it's only $60. But on Amazon Prime right now, the Prime Day deal, $47.99. So it looks cool. I've been hyping it up. What's it look like? Let's check it out. Just to let you know, when time is flying and time is short, you just got to go, and you're not worried about looks. And this is the Dr. Frankenstein setup I had to go with real quick on the fly. So here we go. This is me on the PowerConf C200, and it's automatic settings. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ugh, okay, well, it's not too fuzzy. It's not too blurry looking at the screen, but not too much. Well, these are the automatic settings that it comes with, and you can see right here, when you click this, you can select 320, 720, 1080p, or 2K. You can select field of view mode, so you can be up close, you can be moderate, you could be the wide angle lens, 95 degrees. That's pretty cool. But this feature right here, this is where the webcam really blew me away when I was testing it out this morning. You're going to see automatic features down here, but before we get to those, you can see brightness, sharpness, saturation, contrast ratio. So you can adjust those things on your own. However, down here, this says optimize brightness. So this is a non-fancy word of saying ISO. When I turned the optimize brightness off, now it takes away that washout that we were getting. And then check this out. The colors are still off because it's on auto white balance. So what happens when we tell the computer to stop messing with my white balance? Turn it off. So this is 5400K. When I first turned white balance off, I think it was like 4300, which is here, but we can warm that right up. Bring some color to your face. So 5600K is daylight. Let's get it right around 5600K. And there you go. And then if we take the brightness and we tone that down just a little bit, and voila. Look at that. Autofocus is on. Horizontal flip is something you can turn off. So if you want to be able to say, hey, point to the right, and everybody on the screen looks like you're pointing to the right, you can do that. If you turn that regular where all the words match, but you point to the right, on the screen it looks like you're pointing left. So to avoid that confusion, you can do the horizontal flip if that's important to you. But just look at that. 2K. All of this, what you're seeing right now, this quality of an image for just $47.99 right now. The OBSBot Tiny 2 gives you 4K footage. However, that is $329 on Amazon right now. The Insta360 link is, I think, down to like $285 or $289, something like that. The Elgato Facecam Pro and Razer Kia Pro Ultra, those are the big, I call them the big four, the top webcams out there in that $300 price range that everybody's chasing after. Each one of them provides a specialty that the other ones don't. The Elgato Facecam Pro is the only one, I believe, of the bunch that gives you 4K image, but it gives you 60 frames per second in 4K. All the other webcams only give you 30 frames per second in 4K. The Razer Kia Pro Ultra or Ultra Pro, whatever it is, that one is really known for its color correctness, just the color accuracy, the vivid coloring and things like that, where you get the vivid colors, but you don't sacrifice that 4K image in 30 frames per second. The Insta360 link gives you the pan, tilt, zoom. I used to have one, but I got rid of it because, you know what? I got me an OBSBot Tiny 2, but the Insta360 link gives you that pan, tilt, zoom, gives you great action, a great software package to go with it. The downside with that one is it asks for a lot of access to your computer, your file, your browsing history, things like that. A lot of people weren't very comfortable with that for those who didn't buy it but love the feature set. And then the OBSBot Tiny 2 comes around, and this one does not infringe on your privacy at all. You can say no to almost everything and still be able to use the webcam in the software. The only downside is the Insta360 link can rotate. It has a 3-axis gimbal, so it can go up, down, left, right, and then it can rotate into portrait mode if you want to do TikToks. Where the OBSBot Tiny 2 protects your privacy, respects your privacy, but it has a 2-axis gimbal up and down, left and right, doesn't go into portrait mode. But this one, I think, also did a better job of hanging on and grabbing on to me and not losing that AI facial tracking, where the Insta360 link had a little bit of a struggle trying to keep up with me when I was moving around. You know, if you're at a desk doing a shot like this, it's not going to be an issue. But if you're in a cooking video or you're doing like exercise videos, whatever it is, where you're moving around a lot, the Insta360 link can lose you if it's a quick twitch, Barry Sanders type juke move, whereas the OBSBot Tiny 2 is just amazing at the tracking. So those are the big four, and they're all 4K. And again, they're all 30 frames per second, except for the Elgato Facecam Pro. A lot of people can afford that. They want simplicity. They want a podcast. They want to be able to be guests on other people's shows where the camera isn't terrible. This is definitely better than the webcams that come with your laptop. The Elgato Facecam is a 1080p, but that is about $120 as a budget option. To me, this is the only budget option that I would recommend if you're going to step below the big four, because the Elgato Facecam gives you 1080. This gives you 2K. Some more color on my face. There you go. Look at that. So that's 6500K. So I'm throwing a lot at it because there's a lot of blue light behind me. Let me turn some lights on my face and try to do it like a regular Zoom call. No special lighting, just lights on my face, and see how that handles. So here we go. Okay, so now I've turned all the RGB lighting off. Let's get this from 6500K back down to regular daylight. And this is, usually I have my studio at about 5200K. There's where my lights are at. And you can see there's still a little bit of like an orange bleed in here. So we can bring our saturation down to kind of get rid of that. There we go, so we don't have a lot of vivid colors coming in. Like I said, when you sharpen it up, it does give you sharpness, but it kind of gives you that cartoony CGI look on there, that 75. If detail is what you're really, really going for, there you go. And back down to 50. If you want a softer look, you can go down from there. And look at that, because that kind of softens out your face. So that is that right there. I've got a key light pointed at me from the side. Turn that away so it's just my main studio light pointing at my face and a regular light above my head. Regular house light plugged into my ceiling, but I put a 5600K CFL bulb up there so at least it's not that yellow daylight popping in. And then I have a regular house light, those incandescent bulbs with that snowy color behind me on the wall to kind of capture that wood color in my regular shot that you see in my Sony ZV-E10 footage. And that's what you get. So again, it is in no way am I saying this is an absolute amazing video quality footage. I mean, compared to the Sony ZV-E10, this is what it looks like. But for $50, this image for 50 bucks right now on Amazon Prime Day deal. Dude, you got to scoop this up. This is like the ultimate portable, high quality, cheap budget, entry level podcast, whatever you want to name it. This thing punches so far above its weight for 50 bucks. And even if you miss the Prime Day sale and it's back to 60 bucks, $60 for this image. Crisp, clear. Dude, absolutely love it. There you have it, the Anker PowerConf C200 2K webcam. Looks like this, absolutely beautiful. This image, 50 bucks or 60. I don't care. Absolutely amazing. All right. Thank you for joining this episode of Level Up. My name is Mike Newman. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, the notification bell for more content goes up because it is coming. And until I see you guys in the next video, I'm out.